Welcome to another video on my Raspberry Pi 1 running Raspbian Linux, latest version 9, connected to a network cable for virtual network computing, serial cable for obviously serial connection to terminal on the computer, Raspberry Pi camera for an alternative view, although considering the electronics I'm using, there's not much to see. Also 2 probes for right here for view on the oscilloscope. They are connected to another serial connection, receive and transmit, and a band cable which leads to this breadboard, and sorry for shaking the camera, and it is now on this circuit with the MCP 3008 digital analog to digital converter, with a fischertechnik based LED, and you already noticed the fischertechnik which supports and holds the Raspberry Pi camera. Another LDR light dependent resistor, then 2 pot meters, and negative temperature coefficient, which means a temperature dependent resistor, and yeah, that's it. I had a solid resistor, but that's about here for something else. Anyway, the point is that I want to log all the data from my file, and therefore I use also the Octave mathematical and scientific programming language, and there things don't really go as intended. So I can start the program, but you won't see anything here, no blinking LED. So let's go to the software side. So software side, with another look at the schematics, and yet another look. This is with the Raspberry Pi camera. So it is about this part of the circuit. Once again, the MCP 3008, the LDR, another LDR. And what I forgot to mention is that all data is being communicated by means of the SPI protocol, serial peripheral interface, which has 4 signals: master output, slave input, master input, slave output, and a carrier, and let's go right here, and clock. So these are the signals that are over these lines. The signals are transferred, and then here the serial signals are transferred. Then oscilloscope with serial lines, and I have to change the setting of those lines because it has to be set to 10 volts. Otherwise the signals go way too high. Now they're fine. That's better. RS232 serial. Then Pi scope for signals internally. My source code here, I started Pi scope. The VLC stream which I just showed you is started here, and my source code. Now another thing is I make a data log from the Octave language. And what I noticed is it's all behind each other, so it does work, but not quite the way I expect. This is LDR and this is the data, so somehow I have to add yet another one. Oh, an explanation if you watch for the first time. Baud rate is the speed of data transfer. Then the file name for the Datalog. Vectors that I want to store things in. Here I do read everything from the Raspberry Pi. Here I convert everything once again. Seems to be necessary. And I compare everything to, well, if things are equal to LDR, which is then this one. So here I write LDR, here I read the data, I print the data. So in order to get things in a new line, I will have to print a character and that has to be a vector. So I'm introducing the vector, yeah, how shall I put it? New line, and I name it /n. That is how I want to name it. Will this work? Honestly, I do not know. So let's just do this in the same way as S1 is being put. And now I hope that things are not after another. And for that to do, I have to first start this one. Go. Now the Python algorithm is run, which reads everything that is done here. Let me put the camera a little bit higher and right. So I can put my finger on it and it should give a different reading. Remove my finger. Well, it should be, yeah, not always. Then, do I see something here? Yes, I see something here. So that is nice. Do I see something from here? No, not yet, because I haven't started the Octave script yet. F5. Undefined. Yeah, that should be NL. Go. Now it works, I hope. Question is, does this work? And this depends on the numbers of equality with LDR. Now here I have equality right here. So is this showing equality? No, not yet. And given the number of characters that are very different from LDR, it might take a while. So another thing is how to put it different, because only LDR is one thing, and that worked because I noticed it. But I want to have everything like LDR2 and NTC as well. The point right now is, why don't I get anything as yet in here? I probably have to wait some longer. In the meantime, I have to do something else, which means oh wait, this is S1. Why do I do S1 instead of LDR1? That's an interesting fact. Interesting question. Why don't I do LDR instead of S1? Yeah, okay. Still nothing. And here is another one of equal, gelijk. So that by now it should have something in there. At least two with their values. But apparently not so. Okay, let's add some more. Alright, now I have another thing. Before going on, I have now replaced data 3 by LDR because I already had LDR, and that is LDR1 by the way. Not a problem. However, when I want to reach out for new things, for instance LDR2, LDR2 is not 3 but 4. And then it has some less characters behind it. So that is not the same as this one. LDR2 is comparing 4 only if all the rest, like to 20, are gone. So if I look here, it is in the same column. Yes, it is. But it has to compare 4 of them. But I do need to put it after this one. So like S2 is LDR2. On the other hand, this one isn't running yet. And in the Datalog file, oh look at this, now it has something. Except that everything is put straight after each other, which is not really my intention. But since it is being done here, it is quite obvious that I need to add a space. So file ID, then and yeah, right, how do I add a space? Well, a space, and that will be simply like this. So that will be SP, and then in exactly the same way. So apart from that, how do I get up to all these characters, all these numbers? Not really understandable, but let's see how things add up. in the same way, by the way, I can use this whole thing for LDR2. So let's try that one. Else if and else. That's good. So I'll copy the whole thing, put it here. Then LDR1, no, LDR2 in this case. And here I will make S2 is LDR2. Again, data 3, that is good. Or is it? What is data 3 anyway? Again. We will see. Then this will be LDR2. And let's see if that is really the case. This has to be 2, of course. So now it compares with S2. Let's save and run, see whatever comes up with. How large is this, by the way? $451 bytes, not kilobytes, bytes. So this won't be needed for some time. This will be garbled because I'm starting Octave again. Go. Oh, that's not no use. Absolutely no use because I haven't saved it yet. Invalid call to display. Line 49. Oh, else if. Wait, yes. Of course, I have to make a condition. S2. And I have to compare for 4 characters here. Yes, obviously. So, in fact, that's not since it is not the same condition. Let's see if the else if holds, or another. Maybe it should be another if. Go. And that works. But will I get a nice result? That's another thing. Alright, well, this is now total crazy, but it is Minicom running. So I leave Minicom, and for that instead I am going to see, that is 0. I don't mind. This is running. So now it will be getting all things that should be. And that may take some time. Let's take a look at the editor. Because this has to be 2, obviously. So let me, while the Datalog is still 0, interrupt the running, and with all new things applied, S2 and LDR2, S1 LDR1. This is comparing S2 with this one for 4 characters. That's good. And what again is data 3 then? Did I remove data 3? No, because data 3 was that. So I am going to do LDR1. That's the point. And this will be LDR3, LDR2. Yeah. Another try. And here it is equal. And here it is equal. That's good. Then if it writes it, then this should be or should not be 0 anymore. And you can see that timestamp changes. But that is all that is happening. There's another equal, and that was equal to, I couldn't even read it. Let's go back in time. That is equal to LDR1, and another equal was equal to LDR1. So only LDR1's equalities so far, but they have to be written. And maybe I'm just way too impatient, but let's take another look right here. And another look, or just like this, and then this is always with some seconds delay, 4 seconds I think. But yeah, apart from this, nothing much is to be seen. Unless I add an LED. So, do I have some data? No, not yet. This is strange, by the way. Why doesn't it have any data? This is quite strange. It should be able to compare. So whatever is going on, not quite sure. Well, I have, after I made the last adjustments to the software, run it for a considerable amount of time, and you can see that here. So 10:38, consider the time here at the right down corner, which is 11:14. Do your math, and it's still 0. And mind you, I just refresh. Oh, that's new to me. 5 minutes ago it was still 0. So now I'm very curious what the difference is. So why does it take such an amount of time before I can do something about this? So it does work, as simple as that, except for the fact that it's not correct. And that is strange, because look at the values of LDR1 and LDR2. They are not the same at all. So when I look now at And by the way, I did change the setting of the oscilloscope, so now you can see a nicer signal. Data 2 is 253 and data or LDR1 is 25. Looking here, oh, that's not 25, that's 253. But this doesn't make sense then. So the data that I want to gather is not this. So then again, oops, I need this one. And then here, what am I doing here? I need to fix here something. That much is clear. I also may have to limit the number of characters if possible. In C it is possible, and although this is quite C-like, the way that I handle this, it is not C, it is Octave. So if this is possible, I'm not quite sure. I have to find out. But the fact that I now get, after a long time, quite a nice data log. And by the way, yes, I changed the algorithm a bit, I forgot about that. I have made it two separate if conditions, because after all I do compare two different vectors. And they are spaced now with new line, so that is a lot better. I can do it the same now with NTC and whatever I need to do. Let me see, I have an NTC and I have a resistor. So I can add that, but that is for a different time. For now, I'm pleased that this at least works, although the real data doesn't make sense. This still works, as you can see here, and Octave works, as you can see here. Then again, it needs fine-tuning. And well, then this still works, obviously. Although with I could add some LED, like I said, but what's the purpose of it? But you can see something. You can see something now. Right. And with a little bit of an unexpected end result, I say thank you for watching. Unexpected but happy, because it turns out to be working. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. And you can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Please show support by making a donation via either PayPal or Wired, and you can also become a patron, and depending on the pledge, may have your name mentioned. This is obviously going to be continued. By the way, you can see everything on my website, and my website is listed under this video, as well as my social media names and some more information about the Datalog blog and many more. For now, to be continued, have a nice day and bye bye.